Okay, Dorado, what surprises are we going to see this time? We're going to see high ground Bastion, we're going to see a Torbjorn, are we going to see a Symmetra, are we going to see a Junkrat? Who knows at this rate? Whatever it is, I'm sure Padavent's going to knock someone off the map with it at some point as we load into beautiful starry Dorado. It's actually located somewhere in Europe, not Mexico. But 2-1 up for Shattered, looking real good for them. Of course, they entered the series with a 1-0 advantage, having come from the winners bracket. Meanwhile, Two Girls One Twix fighting the way pretty much through most of the tournament. Did get knocked down in the later stages to the losers bracket and sort of fought their way back up and out, defeating the team that they knocked into the losers bracket in the first round as well. So feels pretty good for them. They've been playing extremely well all night. And just checking right now if the overlay is correct. Yes, it is. Feels pretty good, man, as we got that set up. Padaven teasing us with the Torbjorn pick. They might actually run it. Like, they've got the Orisa, they've got the Torbjorn. It's possible.
There's a bit of BM in there saying that you called Shattered because you have no dedicated Rhine play and you get Shattered. And yeah, there's a sub in for the real Reinhardt, who is the best Reinhardt. But it's not me, so I can say that for at least. So yeah, Padaven is reeing as much as he possibly can.
And now we have a situation where people are typing in chat saying keep it cleat. Yeah. Torbjorn trying to place his turret, can't because there's some chairs in the way.
Again, Ben is going to play the Orisa, a strong pick, hit scan heavy really, with a lot of damage that it can throw down.
Judging by that, this doesn't seem as judging by the Torbjorn trying to place his turret, this doesn't seem quite as clear as practiced as the Hanamura strategy here. So it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Shattered.
Yeah, now they're really possibly pushing their luck here, but who's to say that this wouldn't work, especially with Orisa topping combos.
The thing is, like, they're using these barriers up here. Like, the two barriers up here give you such a good high ground presence, right? It takes so long to sort of whittle your way through all of this barrier that you might as well have the turret up on the high ground where it's protected. Instead, they're just biding the time. Meanwhile, let's see what Matic is up to on this far. He's just waiting to go up and over into the backline. So the turret's going to be a minor annoyance, but he's got Mercy with him, so he just will be able to shoot it down pretty much instantly. Just two shots it there. And he's got rockets right into the backline as well, dealing with a lot of good damage. That's an awkward position for the Orisa barrier to go into as they do get the turret into position, but it's not really going to be stopping the payload as the payload just rolls through the choke. Zuby picks up a juicy double kill. Ocelot gets himself two more with a single fire strike, and this is looking like an instant push. Are they paying the price for their hubris? I think they are.
They need to get on the point. They could have sort of pushed that, and it looks like, yeah, they got too big for their boots. It worked well on Hanamura, but I think trying this now just gave up the point far too easily. Really gave them a head start, and now Two Girls One Twix are going to take that momentum into the next sort of part of the map. And with a Pharaoh on your team, this should be pretty easy clear up as well.
Oh, Zest gets knocked off.
To the low ground.
It's always a danger, of course, when they're running a Forest. You basically have a really hard time with that high ground control. McCree coming around and sneaking around, trying to get a shot onto this Forest. She's stuck indoors, right clicks, misses every shot. She's literally behind the vault door, and they finally kill her. I didn't even know you could hide behind that vault door. What a noob I am. Artie, though, on the high ground where he wants to be. Payload still basically eking its way around the door. Artie uncharacteristically missing a lot of shots on the Mercy. You see a little bit of a shake there of frustration as he didn't quite land the shots he needed. Landing some on OKL at the moment. OKL not on his Roadhog at the moment, though. Instead, it's falling to Zuby.
Yeah, Artie's having a tough time on this high ground with the shots coming in from Matic, who's almost got the ultimate ready. The attack visor is coming in to sort of flush people out, and Zuby is asleep and now is dead. Holding pretty far up, but the ultimates are starting to come free for some, especially the attacking team now, with attack visor ready. There's no nano boost, unfortunately, but I don't think Oki may need it.
They're going with a flank with Matic and Off-Color going around the side. So two of the teams spreading off, far out, waiting for the dunk, as you can see there on the spray. Picks up Off-Colored. They're getting ready to go, maybe trying to wait for the team to bunch up, but they've got to be really careful that Artie doesn't spot this out. Artie has not noticed it just yet. He's seen it now, drops the barrage, but doesn't really have line of sight to get anything else. Does get Catalyst as well. That's both DBS down, so that's a big loss there. Not getting too greedy there as the Anna does drop as well. Matic going off absolutely huge here on the far. Gets himself a 4. He's done a little salute as well. He's looking for even more. He's hungry for kills, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to get what he can, though, but no, everyone is just backing off. They're letting this go. Saltwater actually scooping up a kill for himself there on the Lucio, but Matic coming up huge here on this push through the second point on Dorado.
They have a lot of time to push through a pretty precarious part of the map as well, with ultimates to spare. Matic is the only one that isn't ready, but is still finding kills nevertheless. Really, Shattered want to be getting on this high ground. You can see them sort of rushing to get it, but Matic is just sort of clearing through people. Eventually goes down to Artie, but Artie is on his own on the high ground, and if the attacking team could see that, they can really take advantage of it like they're looking to here.
Yeah, the sun pitch forward of those. Zest has made his way up there just to give him a little bit of cover. Artie, a man that hates Faras. Like, this man loathes Faras. He lives for killing him. And he's definitely showing that tonight as he does set himself up on the high ground here, just raining death from above. But did you see the team dropping down, actually capitalizing on maybe people being a little bit out of position? Catalyst getting onto Matix at the moment, doesn't quite land the shots, but Artie, of course, is there just to scoop up with the final damage there. Ocelot getting booped out of position, does take a lot of hits there and will go down as well. Artie just shelling at damage, nice to save from the high ground, and this push is done like dinner, ladies and gentlemen. Two Girls One Twix having to regroup.
Yeah, being flushed off the point completely, being pushed all the way back to their own spawns, and now the team within no time at all is on the high ground, ready with some of their own ultimates, pretty much all of them actually in the 90% region. So we may see some fireworks going off here, but the attacking team, Two Girls One Twix, really need to engage with something, and they really need to make it count. They also do have Resurrect though, so maybe they want to go in naked, try and get as many ults used on them as possible, and then res out of it and use theirs.
They're brute forcing forward. There goes the Earth Shadow. Doesn't manage to land, and the counter Earth Shadow is good, ladies and gentlemen, but not before the Sleep Duck comes out. High Noon is caught in the back lines here. The res puts everyone up, but High Noon's in position. If he left Cliff, he just deletes one. Does shatter pretty much the entire barrier as well. Fire it well comes through, but the damage is just spilling out. Sights now coming out. OKL sprinting onto the point, trying to clean up what he can, and oh my god, the back and forth through that. I thought that Deadeye would get more, but the barrier comes up just in time to save him. Almost shatters it, but not before the damage just cleans up the team.
I called. It's as if they're listening or something, I don't know, but like just going in there knowing that all ults were up pretty much because none had really been used at that point, just letting them fight on that point. But really the payload has gone absolutely nowhere. This is a bit of a disaster for the attacking team just to not actually close this out. Padawan making sure that they can get this point with the sound barrier and pushing people around, pushing people away, and again they're just going to flush them out. So all of that kind of to naught for the attacking team, even though it was such a strong push.
That's heartbreaking.
So much was used.
Catalyst now going into the backline, cleaning up, just hunting people down. Even Ocelot going to get split killed as well, so he's going to be gone for a while. Soldier has to be careful. He's going to sprint off into the distance. That's a lot of time, but there's they've got to wait about good 10 seconds for the Reinhardt to respawn, then 5 more for him to get back into position. So buying more and more time for the team. And like you said, it's heartbreaking when that happens because they had such a strong fight, came back from such a deficit, and then just got no advantage. They managed to push the payload, well, basically under the bridge of death, where it always stops out for Artie, basically.
Again, they realised that they were too far ahead because you even saw Oki, who should be going forward, doing damage, sprinting back to the payload because nobody was on it and nobody was pushing it. That may be some of the saltwater and off-coloured might have wanted to do, but again, this battle on the high ground is important. Somebody really needs to get on the payload.
Here comes Dragonblade. He's dashed through. If he can catch 1 or 2 with this, he can go off absolutely huge, and here he is. It's just fish in a barrel, and he's slashing through him like crazy. He's even emoting for the star points, having a bit of a sit down. The man needs a rest. He's just killed the entire team, ladies and gentlemen. Catalyst going out huge in that fight, and they're set up wonderfully for the next one as well.
Yeah, there's going to be no wind in Two Girls One Twix's sails from now on, really. They do have ultimates ready to go, but nothing's going to be as cool cut as the last round of ultimates with off-colored's tremendous resurrection. They're really going to struggle to push it any further than they have already, but some plays really need to come out now, and we have seen both Reinhardts coming out with clutch plays with the Earth Shatters, so maybe that's what we'll see here.
Dash into the back from the Genji. Earth Shatter doesn't manage to catch him as well. Earth Shatter comes out from the other team, actually shuts it down. So Matic coming up absolutely huge, getting the kills he needs. I was really curious to see if the Reinhardt, if Zest could stop Matic from getting what he wants, and he didn't manage to get the Earth Shatter out to stop him. So he goes into the back line, gets a lot of kills off the back of that, and the payload is now rolling forward. Padawan, can you stall it? Can you be the Messiah that your team needs? They need one now. Artie, though, comes out. He's got Visor, he's got nano boots, and he's just raining out death and destruction, cleaning up absolutely everyone. No one's there to contest him. Pause has been called. Holy moly. What an unfortunate time for DC did happen, but oh my lord, Artie coming out and saving the day there.
We've already seen this happen with Shattered on these payload maps as well. Saltwater losing it. Although playing on Lucio, even though Sunbury is a strong ultimate, it's not going to be as bad as losing something like the Tac Visor or the Nano Boost, to say the least. But they really need to make sure that this is going as smoothly as possible, really. They've shown that they can sort of get this point, but ultimately they're going to struggle to finish out this map. But yeah, the pauses are coming in a lot, and frustration's obviously sort of boiling over just because like problems like this would keep happening. But this is just yeah, it's frustrating, I get, but like there's nothing ultimately that people can do if they DC and they lose. connection, and it happens to both sides, and it happens to a lot of people, especially with like RT and stuff. Anyway, so
yeah, RT's been miraculously
it's just more
stable tonight.
Yeah.
He's usually the first one to go when it drops down. Anyway, team's getting... Oh, it's a close game. The Payload's almost pretty much been pushed all the way as well. So even if they do sort of get held here, it's, you know, there is silver lining. Dorado is a difficult map to finish. We see teams stall out a lot here on the final point under that bridge. So, like, you got to feel pretty good about getting the Payload at least very close to the end, and that gives you a little bit of a safety margin. If Catalyst has to go, then maybe we can replace him with someone just to finish out the tournament, round it all out. It would be a little bit upset. Be a little bit unfortunate if he can't finish out the tournament, though, as they've done so well so far. Shadow playing absolutely superbly throughout the entire thing, going through the winners brackets. We might try and find ways to, I don't know, speed up the tournament going into future, because this has been, well, now over 6 hours long, but it's been a good time. Like, going from the roundabout and going through it all has been an excellent little adventure, and hopefully you've enjoyed it as much as I have. Reinhardt,
pretty much
Reinhardt.
at this point. Yeah, it's been some crazy games that we've seen so far. It's a shame that we're having to sort of stall these out with pauses here and there, but otherwise, really good games. Really started to ramp up. I was worried that there'd be a lot of 2-0s happening at the start of it, but as we've got closer up to 5 hours, in total of these games, it's just been getting closer and closer, which is a burnout for the time that we've used to sort of get here. We'll probably finish at normal stream ending time as well, with how long this has been going, but nice to see that, like, how competitive these teams have been. What ended on a really strong final overall.
Okay, Catalyst can apparently stay till the end of this game. If Shadow win, then of course that won't make too much of a difference. Otherwise, they might have to find a replacement for him. It would be heartbreaking if they had to replace him and then they end up losing, because then you always have like the will. You know, would they have won with Catalyst? Wouldn't they have won with Catalyst? But at the end of the day, as well, this is a big chance for the teams just to play against each other again in a competitive environment and have a good time doing it. Hopefully, you guys have been enjoying it as well, watching at home. I've just typed the word competitive, even though I meant to type ready. Apparently, Miss is telling me that you can replace Catalyst. Tell C-Surf on Discord. There you go. Let him Miss know that
sort of thing going anywhere. But yeah, it is getting late. I'm not surprised that people will have to sort of drop out as we are getting close to the end, though. Really, I think they only need one more round. If Two Girls One Twix can't finish this out and Shattered do, then Shattered win overall.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
There isn't too much time left to go. With 15 seconds, they're having to go low ground because they need to get on that payload.
Oki's actually setting up for the flank, though. He's got the visor ready to go. He's got RT in his sights and might just have him there. Padavan is forced into an awkward position there. Manages to get the beat out, even though. Manages to survive that a little bit longer. The sleep dart comes out. Absolutely huge coming out there from.
He's got it. He managed to sort of...
Got everyone on the point there as well. I managed to miss a little bit of that there. But Dragon becomes me. Catalyst coming out as well. Swinging his sword. Takes down one. Takes down two. RT and Catalyst combining with each other and cleaning up on the point. And that should be that for the first half of this map.
Complete shame that Two Girls One Twix couldn't close out the map in a really good time as well, considering how long they had. But again, kind of returning the favour from Gibraltar with holding them for such a long time on that final point. And now all Shattered have to do is finish the map, and they have basically won this out. I think a lot of it had to do with Shattered and Padavan, especially going for the cheeky Torbjorn play on a map that isn't particularly Torbjorn friendly. Somebody that was viewing the game has left. I thought that was somebody that was in the game. I was just like, no.
Ryan, can you do me a quick favour and disconnect from Discord and reconnect, because you're popping a slight bit.
Okay.
It might fix it. While Ryan does that, let's look at the golden parking space of Joy. This is where they have to get it all the way to, so it's pretty much all the way through the map, and that's a huge task ahead of them. Most teams you'll see generally, if they can't complete the map, will generally finish up about here, and that will be immensely frustrating if they can't make it all the way there. Is Ryan back?
I am. Hello.
Still popping a little bit. Hopefully it'll fade with time. It usually does.
Maybe. Let me just do some real quick though.
If not, I can disconnect and reconnect as well. That might do it. Might be on my end. Here, I'll do that quickly. I'll keep you guys entertained in the stream in the meantime, because it doesn't take much to disconnect and reconnect to the commentator's booth. There we go, I'm back. Hello. Looking at this lineup, we do see Catalyst picking up the far right. I was going to be very surprised if you see the Roadhog. Yeah, that sounds much better. The Roadhog, not the Roadhog, the Reaper here on the offense, of course. If you manage to get the flank on, it would work quite well, but of course Farah just gives you a lot of flexibility. She's extremely strong on this map. There's a lot of pathways you can take, a lot of different ways to do a lot of damage with it, so it's good to see that coming out. Otherwise, nothing too unconventional coming out, not too surprising. It feels like Two Girls One Twix has been pretty standard throughout.
Yeah, they don't want to give up any ground. That finishing the map is a huge disadvantage on their point. Saying that, they pretty much finished it out, as you're seeing on the top middle of your screens. Padawan, I don't know how he got to the high ground so quickly. He probably just teleported because he's, you know, basically the Brazilian Jesus at this point. I'm really surprised how quickly, actually, Two Girls One Twix gave up that high ground. They sort of basically had a look at what was going on. That's a tremendous hook coming in from OKL. But I'm really surprised that they just gave up that high ground so quickly.
And it looks like Matic tried to reclaim it, but not before Zest actually jumped on him and managed to kill him. OKL though scoops up the kill there with the hook, getting some good right clicks on Padawan, gets about half his hit points as well as they try and force Soldier 76 off that high ground. You can't just sort of leave him there uncontested as RT just pokes his head out the window. He's getting chased down a bit by the Roadhog though. OKL definitely punishing for that, overstaying his welcome. Oki doing such a good job getting these fast kills here on this Roadhog. Let's stick with him for now as far as range death from above. Padawan having to run away. Farah actually getting a bit far forward as well. Has to be a little bit careful that she doesn't get caught out here. The Winston jumps in, manages to get the barrier up in time, but that barrier, of course, not going to be too long for this world as this Roadhog just grinds his way forward. There we go, Matic gets a kill, taking down Catalyst there on the Farah, and this is looking good for the defense so far. And we do see Azari actually going very far forward. Ben, a little bit caught out of position here, maybe getting a bit surrounded, but not before the Ginger Kid comes in. Aggressive Zenyatta play there, does get cut down for his trouble. Mercy dropping a little bit low here. We do have Tac Visor available, and I imagine he's just going to keep a hold of it for now. Doesn't quite need it just yet. Here we go, press the button, you're powered up, getting in there as we speak, ladies and gentlemen, as he's trying to get rid of the Winston, but he's just being blocked out by the Zarya. Finally does manage to get through Zarya. Dangerous low on health here. Should be able to finish it on there, but not without trading. So good job out of Ben there. Rez coming up on the point as well, picking a couple of people up, just making sure that the defense is nice and secure. As Catalyst is coming in up and over, almost gets rid of Anna. Poor mum, almost going down there. Manages to barely survive here. Catalyst forced to back out, just having a bit of a swell of his mouse, maybe cleaning his mouse mat a little bit as he's trying to land a few more rockets. So they've had a long day, so it's not surprising to see fatigue might be playing a role here as the game's petering out towards the end and the finals. It's looking real close at the moment.
Yeah, saying that, you'd be looking towards Two Girls One Twix with the fatigue, but they're holding a pretty strong defense here, using ultimate.
That's a beautiful Graviton Surge. Everything perfectly set up for Catalyst to come in with a huge double kill with the barrage and enough damage to clean everything up. Padawan sneaking the kill for himself there, and Zest getting one as well. We see Zest also ranging forward on this Winston here. I think they had a little bit of primal race left in, so he's just jumped up and he's going to be contesting the high ground, causing problems, waving, saying hello to Matic, maybe taking a shot or two. But honestly, if he can get combined with this Farah, he could actually really do a work on displacing this. Unfortunately, he's forced to back away. Farah backing up as well, just making sure that, you know, she's not going to get sniped out of the sky there by the Soldier 76. In very real danger of it happening, but the Anna heal darts coming in. The Ginger Kid doing a good job keeping him alive there, and it looks like they're going to go in with the flank once more, not being contested as well. You can actually go up and over this courthouse. Saltwater not quite getting knocked off the high ground. I imagine that's what he wanted. Tries to get the sleep dart, but the fire strike comes through with the damage as well. Ocelot sniping out the Farah, doing a good job there, and now they still have resolute control of the high ground. Matic getting set up here, does to get rid of his counterpart in RT, and does have his visor ready. Has to drop down, getting away from the Winston, but not before the Earthshatter comes out on the point, and this is looking real solid for the defense as we speak.
Yeah, real unnecessary Earthshatter there, considering OKL actually got the hook on the target and killed them themselves. A nice sort of, basically like a shepherd's crook, pulling him out of the focus frame there. But really, I think it's a pretty confident hold on the defense here. Not noticing that Padawan, been quite sneaky, looking for a boop. Catalyst is there as well. They must be looking on that left-hand side, just because...
There we go, there's the knockdown.
But there's the boop, and Zest wants to push on this as much as possible, but they are retreating as quickly as they possibly can.
Yeah, they're trying to regroup. Zuby dropping down low though. Ben cuts him down there as Catalyst now coming in up on over the top. He's got actually a lot of good targets available to him. Here comes Sights coming up from Matic. Let's jump aboard with him. He's also powered up. He's getting in there, ladies and gentlemen. He's looking for targets. Can't quite see the fire just yet. He's spotted Padawan out. Cuts him down in his prime. Catalyst now on the high ground in a little bit of a dicey position. Soldier 76 trying to just pick him off there. Can't quite find the angle onto Catalyst though, so not quite getting the kill there, and he's trying to suicide actually before he gets picked off once more, as it looks like the payload will roll forward to the end of the second point, and they will have a lot of time left to try and get to the end here. Reinhardt charging it deep though. Zest gets Ocelot, might actually be able to finish up the kill here, but the grenade comes in and is running her little legs down, but doesn't manage to get there in time. Catalyst actually getting the kill. The res comes over on the bottom below, but he has a Burst Shadow if he really wants to use it. Doesn't quite want to use it yet, and this is actually not a good position for this Reinhardt to be coming out here. The charge comes through, doesn't pick him up though. Zest not quite finding the target. The payload should be rolling forward during all this time. One person is on it. He's looking perhaps for an angle here for the Earth Shadow, just waiting for it. He's baiting people in. But this time maybe a little bit too long here. He just might go down in the process. Is now Roadhog starting to get a couple of kills. OKL definitely paying dividends once more. OKL been doing such a good job here on the Roadhog, and they've just managed to stabilize. That was close, ladies and gents.
Very close. The payload is still moving though, that's the problem, and there isn't a lot of sort of space. I'm not sure why Ocelot's backing off as much as possibly can. They want to be contesting this. I don't know why they're
trying to set up on high ground. They're going super aggressive for it, and this is giving Catalyst and Ben time to sort of get a good position as well. They do have the barrage ready, and there's not really a good counter available for it aside from the res. The payload is rolling forward. They've got to stop it. You've got to do something now, guys.
I don't know why they left it. They should have just got on it to stall out anything. Like the high ground wasn't that important. They spent all that time.
Flara's in position, gets rid of one of the hit scans. She's looking, she's dropping the barrage. She gets 2, looking for Zuby, gets 3, and this might just be enough for Shadow to take the series. The res comes in. The res is absolutely huge. This might be the only lifeline. Picks 5 people back up. Medic getting the shot in. Padavan now juking for his life, but not before McCree, and everyone just gets the rebound kills. Oh, the save from Off-Colored. Holy moly.
That was a really difficult situation at Two Girls One Mercy. Pretty much at this point, to be fair. Two Girls One Twix put themselves in such a stupid, like, difficult position for no real gain, but that was a clutch play by Off-Colored that basically kept them in it. They would have lost by now if that ult didn't come out when it did.
Ben is winning with the grab. Grab, though, comes in. Here comes the high noon. This should be enough to just get a couple of kills at the very least. Barrier goes down. Charge gets cut down in his prime. He is nano boosted. Does get a kill. Does get 2 kills, but does eventually get taken down by Oki Al there. High noon at least getting some results. We do see Catalyst flying around in the air, trying to kill the Roadhog. There we go. Smacked out of the sky by Ocelot's oversized fly swatter, and down she goes. Stabilizing the point, 1 minute 30 left in it, and only a couple of meters to go. This could be anyone's game, ladies and gentlemen. If Shadow can win this, then they will win the entire tournament. Two Girls One Twix have to bounce back between 2 more games. Well, 1 more game after this one if they do take it. Of course, we might have a swap or 2 on the teams as well as they do get set up. OKL ready to go with the whole hog. His teams are set up. They're starting to advance forward now. This could be an opportunity. Grab comes in. Whole hog could definitely cancel the momentum. There it goes. Just stopping the run-out charge coming through. He does actually, I think, get stunned for a split second there, or something managed to stop him up there. The run-out doing a lot of good damage here, but OKL gets 2 shots into him. Can't quite find the kill though, and this is looking good as Zest is now moving forward. Off-Colored takes a smack to the face, but actually managed to survive and will go down. Actually, RT set up on the high ground in position here with Tack Visor. We'll just put it on the Tracer, get rid of her as fast as possible. She won't be able to contest this point for long as she is cut down. We do see Ocelot trying to get onto the high ground as well, trying to stop the Visor coming in as the tanks do start rolling out to try and contest this point. Everything is a play for here. If they lose advantage here, it could be absolutely huge. OKL's going to get shot out of the sky here. Zuby starts coming out. These tanks getting into position. Rocket Barrage coming out from Catalyst, so this might be it. 2, 3 kills. Just May and Tracer left on the point right now. This is going to be really hard. Off-Color could be coming up with the res any second now. Earthshadow is available though. There's the res, but oh no, he goes down before he can actually get it out. He can't get the Earthshadow across the point. Off-Color dropping down to low will go down once again. The payload stalling just enough at the moment. Matic dropping down to low, but oh no, RT's been contained in a bubble. He can't do anything. He's trying to get over to Ginger Kid maybe for a little bit of support, trying to deal with some of these tanky heroes. Zest, can you get into position? They don't have much time. They've got to try and get someone on there just to stall it for that little moment longer. Zest, it could be the man of the hour here. Catalyst trying to get onto the payload. Yes, he will just manage to sort of touch it for the stall. Zest gets the Earthshadow, gets a lot of people, gets the May, trying to get even more as the reinforcements start spilling in. Zest doing a lot of damage, but will go down to all the tanky pressure here coming out here as they start to try and get on the point. Trying to find someone who's in range for it. Lucio goes down. Soldier might just be able to touch it. It looks like he will just be able to do it. Bomb goes out on Ben though, takes him down. We do see the Soldier 76 managing to touch the point, managing to just keep it alive. The Ginger Kid coming out on the Sombra, but that's really not going to be able to do too much as he tries to get back to it. But the Winston just cuts him down, and this might be it, ladies and gentlemen. This might be the hold. This might be the Two Girls One Twix staying in the tournament. Oh.
Crazy plays. I think everybody really was expecting Shatter to breeze on through, but Off-Colored pretty much single-handedly with some of those ults kept people back in the game, especially that one right at the end, just to keep bodies on it to sort of stall up for time, because like, there's no Genji. That's the thing. Like, we haven't really seen Catalyst on the Pharah, especially in such a difficult point in the map. Absolutely no surprise if Off-Color gets played a game here, which is complete and utter crazy. And as you've seen, you're just sort of waiting this out.
Easy positioning from the Mercy. They're just waiting beneath, and then the rebound kills. This wasn't the Payload contesting at the end, but honestly, the amount of times Off-Color's Reds has come in and saved the day for this team is absolutely enormous. And as like you said, you don't have that Genji, you don't have someone going and hunting it down actively. This is what's going to happen. This is what Mercy does. And she's just going to keep picking people back up.
Certainly something that is just better suited for Off-Colored. Very good Mercy, knows the game pretty well, has good game sense. But yeah, again, it was just, she had a little bit more freedom than playing other games in particular, especially with those likes of Genji's, Widowmaker's, Pharah's. But in that type of the map, Mercy is super strong. And we go to, yeah, whether we win or lose good fucking games, it goes down to pretty much the last one here.
Yeah, we have a choice of two maps, technically, Eichenwald or, I think, Hollywood? I'm not crazy? Yes, Eichenwald or Hollywood. Either one. So
Hollywood would be interesting because we might see the Torby and Orisa come up in a much stronger situation. But
absolutely.
We also have seen Two Girls One Twix pull out some really cool strats and some really strong strategies on Hollywood as well. They may go to Eichenwald. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe it might be a choice for Shattered, who can maybe play.
They have a sub in the wings lined up, so
oh, nice.
Okay,
they're going to be replacing it with one of their own.
Okay,
that's quite good.
Yeah, that's good. Hopefully they know each other and hopefully they have some familiarity. No, Catalyst has played really well today as well. Like he's definitely performed. I know Padaven stole some of the spotlight, but Catalyst did a really good job. Did a lot on the Genji quite often, did quite a lot earlier on the Pharah, and yeah, has just been finding results. So pretty good so far. Right now we're 2-2 tied up for the final game. Definitely check out the very last match in this series. It's been a long day for us, but it's been a fun one so far, and it's been a really, really good match. Everything coming down to Hollywood. I'll see you there.